And finally, the last demo today, I hope we have Mike McHugh here with some new things, flipping through feeds and lists with Flipboard.
I'm here, and it's really great to see you all again. Stefan, I've been trying to figure out how to get my kids to start using the Fediverse, and I think you've cracked the code. Well done. And I'm really blown away by the demos this morning. Huge fan of FeedSeer, by the way. Just so great to see the decentralized innovation happening. And I'm honored to be part of this group. I'll show you an update. I wanted to give you an update on the things that we're working on at Flipboard. Let me share my screen. And I'm going to go a little unconventional today. And I'm going to share my screen, which is my iPad. So are you able to see this? Okay, great.
Yes, we are.
Okay, so this is my Flipboard on the iPad. Now, I think many of you know we launched Flipboard originally on the iPad. It looks amazing. The idea was to basically create a social magazine where we could take amazing content that was being shared across the different social media platforms that you used, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc., and pull it all together in a magazine-like format. Of course, every magazine has a cover, so of course we have a cover here with Flipboard. And I'm going to flip past the cover, and what you'll see is that, you know, Facebook is no longer here, Twitter is no longer here, Instagram is no longer here, but in their place, we now have the Fediverse, and that is extremely exciting. What you're seeing here is my, we call it the table of contents, the things that I care most about. I can put whatever I want on this screen. And up in the upper left, I've got my For You feed. So this is kind of the best of every single thing that I'm following, regardless of the social network it was posted on. So it may have been posted on Mastodon. It might have been posted on PixelFed. Might have been posted on Flipboard, which is in and of itself its own social network. And I can just flip through these pages and see kind of the best of everything. And when we say the best, what we mean is the things that match my interests and the people I care most about. And so that's the For You feed. Now, let me show you a little bit about where all this content is coming from, starting with Mastodon. So here in the upper right, you can see I have a tile here for Mastodon. And if I click on that, you'll see I have my Mastodon timeline. This is my home timeline rendered as a magazine. And I can just flip through this. You can see it can be really beautiful. Sometimes we'll do a one-up image layout here. It's a really beautiful thing. I can click on it. I can comment, favorite this, boost it, just like I normally would. I'm going to go ahead and boost this right now on Mastodon. So now that's on my timeline. I can come back here and continue flipping through my timeline. And you can see it looks really different than the normal timeline. But and so I actually use both the Mastodon web client as well as Ivory and Flipboard to look at what's going on, you know, with Mastodon. Now, one of the things that I want to highlight today is that you can also click up at the top here, and you can actually see different feeds, different Mastodon feeds in this same format. So for example, I have lists. I've made two lists. I have one that I call Great Follows. These are just kind of my favorite profiles on Mastodon to follow. And then I have another one that I call Guardians of the Fediverse, which is kind of the people who are evangelizing, building, you know, creating and guarding the Fediverse. I'm going to go into my Great Follows list here. And you can just see, I can flip through this again, and I can just see now that list rendered in this same magazine format. And I'm going to come back up here to my table of contents, and I'm going to show you PixelFed. So, you know, one of the things we're trying to do with Flipboard, again, is pull together all your social media, regardless of the platform or the service that you use, bring it all together in one place. And our focus now is to integrate federated social media. So if it's federated, might be using ActivityPub, it might be using a different protocol, Our goal is to bring it all together in one place here. So let's check out PixelFed, which of course uses ActivityPub. I'm going to tap on PixelFed here. And now this is my PixelFed timeline. And you can see Dan has shared some cool photos. There's some other photos here from other folks that I follow on Instagram, or I'm sorry, on PixelFed. And you can just see how cool this looks. It's really great. And if I want to, comment or like this, I can like it here, favorites it on PixelFed. I can click in here and see all the comments on PixelFed, reply directly. That goes directly to all the folks who are looking at this picture on PixelFed. And again,
excellent.
Sorry, and then and one last thing I'll show you is that you can actually add a list to your table of contents. So I'll click on that list. This is my Guardians of the Fediverse feed, and I can just flip through that right here. So there you have it all in one place: PixelFed, Blue Sky, Mastodon, Flipboard. And one last thing I'll say is that this is done with an API integration. We're looking forward to integrating this with ActivityPub soon, a whole level of additional federation that's coming soon, and looking forward to getting that done in the coming months. Thanks.
Thanks, Mike. I think I'm actually a little blown away by the demos. Everything looks much more polished than I was expecting. And this is really great to say. So thank you for the demonstrators. Excellent demos. We will do this demo track again next time. There will be a FediForum for certain. And I want to hand it back to Kalia.